Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Glad you joined me today. Annuity news. That's the ticker. Annuity news. How to shop like a pro for an annuity in 2021. And if you're watching this in 2025, it applies there too, because this is going to be the same thing. But in 2021, if you're looking for an annuity, I'm going to tell you how to shop like a pro and looking at all annuity types. Hey, you want to be a pro, you want to be treated like a professional, you want to act like a professional, you want me to act like a professional, I will. I'm a little loud, a little vociferous and animated, but I am a professional. Been doing this for decades and going to treat you like a pro. So let's talk about how to shop for annuities like a pro. I'm going to get rid of all the sales pitch nonsense that's out there when you start looking, and some of the gotcha sites and things that you're going to see. I'm going to warn you about all of that. I'm like, this is like I was watching the Weather Channel last night and all the snow and stuff. I'm like the Annuity Weather Channel. I'm going to warn you of all the storms coming. I'm going to warn you what to avoid and how to make it safely to the annuity home and the annuity contractual guarantee that you're looking for. But not until I hear music. All right, so all the really smart people are behind the camera, not in front of the camera, and they're laughing at the Annuity Weatherman, which I like, man. You know, I'm going to warn you with the coming storm, the sales pitch storm, right? So let's go through the annuity types, how to shop like a pro. Let's talk about the annuitization products, and there are three types primarily. Single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, and qualified longevity annuity contracts. Those are annuitization products. You rip the knob off the water's faucet, the water's flowing. In this case, it's income. You're going to get a lifetime income stream. We can customize the structure so that 100% of any unused money goes to your beneficiaries. Understand that the income stream is a combination of return of principal plus interest, primarily based on your life expectancy at the time you take the payment, or life expectancies at the time you take the payment. These are commodity products, meaning that not one's better than the other, and quotes change like a gallon of milk every 7 to 10 days. You can go to my site at theannuityman.com and run quotes 24/7, 365 at your leisure with SPIAs, DIAs, and QLACs, single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, and qualified longevity annuity contracts. You can run the quotes. There's myriads of ways to quote these products. We give you a few on the site, and what I want you to do after you've run them and kind of get the gist of it, schedule a call with me so I can do a customized plan if needed based upon your situation and what you confidentially tell me that we don't share. You and I just talk, it's confidential, but I need to know some specific information. Once you shop, you're shopping like a pro, and the way to shop like a pro is shop all carriers. If somebody says to you, well, this is the best immediate annuity, or this is the best deferred income annuity, or you know what, this carrier, this is the best qualified longevity annuity contract. Two things. Number one, they're dumb and they're lazy. Okay, that's a combination. Number two, they're a sociopath and they just want to sell one product. Or number three, they work for a firm or a bank or somewhere that doesn't have that many choices. When you go to theannuityman.com and those type of products, pretty much all carriers, we quote everybody for the highest contractual guarantee. Understand the quotes change every 7 to 10 days, and also understand that these companies are going to attract your age group if they want your age group's money. In other words, they have a tranche of, let's say, they want 75-year-olds this week. They're going to make that quote attractive so that the 75-year-olds will send the money. And once they hit that premium limit that they've internally set that none of us know what it is, then they're going to lower that quote not to attract you. So that's the reason you can't fall in love with the carrier. You got to fall in love with the number. Okay, so that's shopping like a pro for immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, and qualified longevity annuity contracts, the annuitization products. Now, there's three more types that I'm going to tell you how to shop like a pro with as well. One of them, I'm not going to tell you how to shop because I don't sell them. I don't recommend variable annuities. Nothing against variable annuities. They were put on the planet in 1955 by TIAA for tax-deferred growth using mutual funds. For whatever reason, the industry calls them separate accounts. But my mantra is you own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do, and the will do is the contractual guarantee. So with variable annuities, I don't recommend them because I don't recommend anything that can go down in value potentially. And with variable annuities, that mutual fund separate account can go down in value. Don't make them bad. That's just what I do. Okay, so let's talk about the other two types, fixed indexed annuities and multi-year guarantee annuities. Some people call them fixed indexed. Some people call them fixed index. They used to be called equity index. But long story short, both fixed index and multi-year guarantee annuity, those are CD type products, okay? Now, to shop for them, let's look at the multi-year guarantee annuities. That's the annuity industry version of a CD. Easy way to shop for them. You go to my site, theannuityman.com. We show more carriers than anyone on the planet. You put your state of residence in, you put the duration you're interested in, say like a 3-year or 4-year, 5-year, or 7-year, whatever, and up will pop the top yielding multi-year guarantee annuities that are approved for sale in your specific state. I'm licensed in all 50 states. You can pull every state and look. But that's how you shop like a pro for MYGAs. And then once you say, okay, I really like this rate, then you schedule a call with me and we talk about the claims paying ability of the carrier and all of the details, the financials, and all of the safety issues that you need to be aware of. And by the way, if I think that you don't need to put your money there, I'll tell you that. I've got my rear end on the line. So, I love when people call me like, Chester calls me the other day, I really like this MYGA. I really like this. Do you recommend that? You probably don't. I'll tell you, Chester, if I do or I don't. I look at their financials, I look at their bond holdings, I look at their solvency ratio, I look at all those financials, and I make the determination without looking at the state guarantee fund at all. There's a state guarantee fund that backs these things. I don't look at that. I look at the claims paying ability of the carrier. So that's how to shop like a pro with multi-year guarantee annuities. Once again, commodity products, they change a lot. We have a real-time live feed of the best MYGA rates, multi-year guarantee annuity, fixed rates for your specific state of residence, all 50 states. Now, which leads us to the last one to shop like a pro for. This is a tough one. Fixed indexed annuities or CD products. They were introduced in 1995 to produce CD or multi-year guarantee annuity type returns. As my CEO tells me, she says, it's a 2 to 4% type return. She's right. That's kind of where you need to look. I know that's not what you hear in the sales pitch, but that's just reality. Okay, but how to shop like the pro, two ways with indexed annuities. If you're just buying the standalone indexed annuity without any type of riders attached, just for accumulation, then shopping like a pro is going to have to involve me. It just is, and that's not a sales pitch, that's just a darn fact. And the reason it's a darn fact is the renewal rates of the indexed annuity is very important when you buy it. What's that? Let's just say you bought a 7-year surrender charge or looking at a 7-year surrender charge indexed annuity, fixed indexed annuity. You're going to have a 1-year guarantee of the call option on, let's say it's on the S&P, cap spreads, participation rates, with all that is the limitations. But you have the 1-year guarantee and you have a 7-year surrender charge. The renewal rates happens with 2-year and 3-year, 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, 5, etc. You need to choose, with my help and guidance, a carrier that has been fair to the clients on the renewal rates, because you don't want to get a teaser rate that first year and then they stick it to you year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That happens, spoiler alert. So when you're shopping just for accumulation with indexed annuities, you've got to involve me or you're going to make a colossal mistake, okay? Just, it is what it is. I am brutal about this stuff. I'm the walking middle finger of annuity truth, and certainly when it comes to indexed annuities. Now, the other way to shop like a pro for indexed annuities is when you've answered the two questions, what do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And you're saying, I need income down the road. Then we're going to attach income rider to that indexed annuity and just use the indexed annuity as an efficient and cost-effective delivery system for that income rider guarantee. Under that premise, all we're going to do, is look at the highest contractual guaranteed income rider. You're buying future income. You're buying a future pension. So we're going to shop pretty much all carriers on the planet, all the income riders for the highest contractual guarantee, but our sole focus and decision and recommendation will be based on that income rider. No income rider is better than the other, regardless of what you hear. They're commodity products, and you shop for them just like you shop for SPIAs, Zs, and QLEX. You quote all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee. So, shopping like a pro for annuities, it's going to involve me. It really is. You can get to the end, but you're going to have to run it past an expert, not some 30-year-old, someone with 30 years in the business that can tell you, yes, no, this is good, this is bad, you might want to consider this, etc. It's your money. Take it serious. So, shopping like a pro, you can do it at my site, theannuityman.com. You can get to right at the finish line, but at the finish line, you're going to schedule a call with me, and I'm going to take you across that finish line, provide you the best information possible, best quotes possible, then I'll leave you alone to make an informed decision on your terms and on your time frame. Hey, do me a favor. If you have a comment, put a comment down here. You can. We're going to answer it. And a lot of our good clients, that's how it all started. Hey, I saw this video. I got this question. put it in there. I mean, we'll answer it and hopefully send you our books and do all that stuff. I do encourage you to go to my site at theannuityman.com. Sign up for my books, my 6 owners manuals. I'll send those to you for free. You can use our proprietary annuity calculators, best on the planet, and run your quotes on your terms, on your own time frame. And also, too, once again, schedule a call with me, Stan the Annuity Man, America's Annuity Agent. I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video. Oh, by the way, click subscribe on the way out.